Sumi Terry is here, a former senior analyst on Korean issues at the Central Intelligence Agency. She served on the National Security Council under President George W. Bush and President Obama. Is this your take on this tension and the actions that both sides are taking?
There's a lot of saber rattling going on from both Washington and Pyongyang. But I think from United States perspective, we're just trying to put maximum pressure on China and North Korea. Trump convening this meeting or briefing 100 senators at the White House, the venue is definitely unusual, but I don't think that changes his calculus in terms of trying to pursue initially diplomatic and economic pressure against China to do more.
Do we know enough about Kim to know how this could affect him? I'm led to believe by North Korean experts that this is a person we believe to be unstable. Is that accurate?
I'm not sure if he's unstable or as crazy as everyone makes it to be. I think he's very shrewd. I am concerned, though, that with all this brinkmanship back and forth, there could be a miscalculation. So I'm concerned about that, and that of course, could lead to unintended escalation back and forth.
The fact that there are 25 million people within a 1-minute strike distance of not nukes, but ballistic capabilities gives you a lot of pause and gives him a lot of leverage.
Absolutely. Over 10,000 artillery pieces, as you said, 60 seconds away, with 20 million people in Seoul. But even American, we have 150,000 expats living in Seoul. We have 28,500 American soldiers. Yes, their ground forces are within 60-mile range from the DMZ, 50% of their ground forces, and 75% of their air and naval forces. So they don't have to resort to nuclear weapons. They have conventional artillery that can destroy Seoul. We had a policy that was basically called strategic patience. Yeah. You can make your own assessments of how well it worked. But is this radical a change, in your estimation, what was necessary, what is fit and proper, or is this an attempt to go in a different direction? I'm not sure if it's a radical change yet. I know at least it looks that way.
Rhetorically, at least.
Rhetorically, theatrically, it's more dramatic, at least in appearance. But I'm not sure if a military option is really on the table. I know we say it is on the table, just because of the risk we just talked about.
But a test of a nuclear weapon, as he's trying to get ICBMs that will hold a warhead.
And that will be the critical threshold. When North Korea successfully tests an intercontinental ballistic missile that can reach New York or Washington, that's going to be a turning point when we might have to act. Because next time North Korea puts something on top of that ICBM after they successfully tested it, Trump will be under enormous pressure to take it down. And
the idea is to further isolate the country, to take away, with China's help, some of its fuel and some of its food, because it needs outsiders to get all of that.
Right.
That would cause the people, as we go with this theory, that would cause the people to rise up against the leadership, and that then a transition would be possible. But you wonder, during that sort of a period, which is apparently what we're hoping for, what happens to all these weapons?
You're absolutely right. But I'm not actually sure if we're looking at the public rising up against the Kim regime.
The military.
We're talking about the elites doing something about the wrong path. Right, absolutely.
Because if he loses the military, that's it.
And the party, the shareholders of the regime, the top ruling elites.
Well, you know, one of the threats that he had always felt, according to everything that I read and about his family, was that members of his family would be able to succeed him if he got out of line. And the reports that we get, and I believe they're critical, is he's killing his family members.
Well, that's why he got rid of his uncle, the most powerful man, second most powerful man, Chang Sung-taek, and he just got rid of Kim Jong-nam, his half-brother, who could legitimately take over. Absolutely.
Sumi Terry with us in precarious, trying times.
Tense times.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.